Hello my friends, welcome to Taste to Explore. My name is Darlene. Now today my friends, I am taking it old school, way old school. If you have your abuela grandma still around, then you know about this dish. I am making, and this is old school y'all, Bacalao Guisado, which is stewed codfish with Funche, which is a Puerto Rican, a very Hispanic version of the Italian version of polenta. Similar but cooked differently. And if you want to see a recipe on how to cook polenta, let me know. I will love to bring you that recipe. So I am making this old school version. It is lunchtime over here. I have a craving for the old school classic dishes. It comes together really easy, as you already know, and I'm going to show you the process and how I prepare my bacalao. So now let's begin. Alright my friends, so let's begin. Right here I have a large pot with some water. I want to show you how I clean and prepare my salted boneless bacalao, which is codfish. Everybody has a different method of cleaning. This is mine that works for me, and I'm going to share with you. Now, I prefer to do it in a big pot so I can show you my cleaning method. And it's best to use a really large pot or bowl. This recipe is really easy. And right now I'm using a 12-ounce packet of this. Measurements and everything in the description box below. Now, because this is such a small pack, right, I'm only doing one pack, and all this room of water I have here, that is perfectly fine. You can do it under your running water. Just be careful, because these are really delicate and it could break apart and fall down your drain, and then what, you know? So just do it in a big bowl, and with your clean hands, of course, the cook's best tool, you're just gonna rinse it off like this, just under your water. You can change this water, which I will be doing. About 2 times will do the job. I don't want to take out every single salt in here, because like I said, I am not trying to remove the salt then to add it back. That don't make any sense. So I am just going to rub it off, because all the salt is on top. It's not inside the fish. And it's just to preserve it. It's like a preserving way of handling this fish. So we are just going to rub to remove the majority of it, and I'm going to change this water one more time. And you see, all the salt is pretty much gone. I don't even feel the salt no more. It usually feels like a really thick sandy feel to it, but I don't feel that at all. This doesn't have any bones, so it makes it much more easy to manage. Alright, so now I'm just going to change this water, and I'll be right back. Alright my friends, so I finished rinsing out my codfish twice. Make sure that you're using a large pot like I mentioned, with lots of water. Give it room to really let loose any other salt that perhaps we didn't get the first 2 rounds of washing. So at this point, your salted codfish is not even that much salty, and the process of cooking is going to be really quick. We're going to put this on a medium-high and cook this for around 30 to 40 minutes with a lid on. It makes it cook faster, and it makes it bubble up, and it's alright my friends. Alright my friends, let's begin. Now here in my small pan, we are going to put about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. If you don't have extra virgin olive oil, regular cooking oil will do, corn, canola. And what we're going to do is now we're going to infuse our oil with 1 red onion, or you can use white, yellow, whatever you have. I have 3 cloves of garlic, and I'm using 1 whole, this is a green bell pepper that happens to be like multicolored. colors right now, but yeah. So I'm just going to infuse the oil with this. Let this get nice and sweat it out. Medium, low. You don't want to scald this, but I do want to get a lot of flavor coming out of this. So this probably would take like 5 minutes or so. I'll see you right back. Alright, so once this gets nice and sauteed, now the onions and the peppers still need time to wilt down a little bit, but I don't want to burn my garlic. So you make sure you take a note of this, stir and lower down your stove, if necessary. Now I'm going to put in 1/8 ounce of tomato sauce. Okay. Really easy, guys. This recipe comes together in a flash. Really easy, delicious, old school style cooking. It really, really is a delicious meal. And then I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of black pepper and 2 teaspoons of oregano. Really doesn't need too much seasonings because everything is going to be like fresh with the onions and the garlic and the bell pepper. So you really don't have to go heavy on anything else really. And I'm going to put 1 packet of the Sazon. Alrighty. And just give this a quick stir. Alright guys, so after 1 minute or more, maybe like 3 minutes, you're going to allow this to simmer all together and get nice and bubbly, and it just smells so divine. Here is the codfish that we did. Chop it up with your hands. You see how I left kind of big pieces? I don't want to flake it down too much because then it's just going to disintegrate. And if you taste the codfish, it's slightly salty. I removed the majority of the salt, so that's why I am not going to salt or put any kind of salt in the sauce right here. And gently just stir it. You want to gently stir it in. You don't want to break it up too much. And I like that nice and saucy look to it. This is going to cover the funche really well. And I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. I like that thickness. Oh man, it is divine. Now, this might need just a tad bit of water. Alright guys, so I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid in here. You can add water, which I am going to put actually some reserved bacalao broth. That's about 1 tablespoon. I don't need too much. Just a little bit, just to loosen up the sauce a little bit. Now, when you cook your bacalao, you can taste the broth. It's not supposed to be so salty where you're just cringing. It's supposed to be slightly salty, similar to how you would salt pasta water. Just on the slightly scale. Then you can reserve some of that water, or if you just want to play it safe, that's okay too. You can use water. 1 tablespoon will do, or 2, but you don't need much. Just a little bit to loosen up the sauce and not even. If yours come out fine and you like it thick, that's totally fine. You see how it is? It's nice and rich. It's not too watery. It's perfect. So I turn off the stove, and now we are going to start to make our funche. Alright my friends, to get this funche started, I have here 4 cups of boiling water, and I am going to salt it to taste. Not too much because this is going to pair off with our Bacalao Guisado, and that is flavorful. And I'm going to put here about about a tablespoon or two of oil. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use corn oil, vegetable oil, any flavorless oil will do. And right here I have the coarse yellow cornmeal. It's the coarse one for this, okay? And I have here 2 cups. And with my wooden spoon, I'm just going to be moving it like this so it doesn't clump up. And give it a stir. Now this is really easy. This is the way my grandmother makes it. And I know every household has their own way of doing it. But this is truly an easy recipe. That's easy to follow. And having your stove on a medium high, I'm just going to stir this until it gets thick. Similar to mashed potatoes, if you will. It gets nice and thick. This is a savory dish. This you can pair it off with any kind of stew. You can eat this with whatever, really. It's savory, so you eat this for dinner, lunch if you like. But this is not the funche that you eat for breakfast. I know some people call the breakfast corn farina funche, but that's a different kind. This is the savory kind. Careful. So you have your stove on a low, because then it starts popping and you don't want to get burned. So just keep on stirring this. Alright, you see how it's getting nice and thick. Perfect. And as it cools, it thickens. So this is just fine. You can turn off your stove and continue stirring. It's going to continue cooking. You can put a lid on this and just leave it covered for 10-15 minutes. And then we'll get thickened up beautifully. That's about it, my friends. Beautiful. And delicious. Guys, I just removed the cover. Now look at this. Oh, delicious, nice and thick. Just the way I want it to be. I cannot wait to dig in. Such a good old classic meal. Okay guys, so I'm beginning to plate my plate right here. Yes, so good, so good. Okay, this is all that I want. And now I'm also going to put in my delicious Bacalao salads. I'm sorry, stew. Oh yeah, this will taste good with the salad too. It's just calling my name, y'all. Alright. Now it's time to eat. Let's do a taste test. Alright, my friends, now that you know how to make this delicious classic, I know you're going to head over to your stove and make this, because this, my friends, it's unbelievable. It's delicious. It smells insane. And I just couldn't wait to bring this to you. Super easy. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. Let me hurry up and take a spoon. There you go. Mom, your grandma will be so impressed when you bring this to her, when you make this, or if she's not around and her memory, do this. This is so, so good. Simply delicious. This so is simply delicious, simply easy. You don't have to use funche if you don't want to. You can make it with white rice. It goes good with anything. But this combination of this both is simply classic. It's original. It's so good. So good in so many levels. I am going to devour this. It's one of my favorites. And I don't make it often, so when I do, it goes a long way. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know it's always a pleasure and a blessing to have you cook along with me. I will leave you all the measurements and everything that I have used in the description box below. So make sure you look down there so you can get the recipe. Also follow me on my social media sites. I will leave that there as well. Give me a thumbs up and share this because it's that good. You need to share this with your family and friends. And also, my friends, I wish you a very happy, blessed day. Stay positive, stay encouraged, and stay focused. I'll see you again. Take care.